Man, what's going on, YouTube? We back at it again with another banger video. As you can see by the title, this is my get home bag, my everyday car carry bag, and I'm gonna show you guys what I keep in there and how I got everything set up. Let's get into it. Man, before we get into the video, man, I just want to go ahead and thank y'all in advance, man, for hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. We are on the road to 5K. We should be hitting 5K before the year is out. So once again, I appreciate y'all. And before we get to the video, I gotta take a sip of this Rise Mushroom Coffee. I'm gonna keep talking about it until Rise hit me up and I get a sponsorship by Rise Mushroom Coffee. I mean, it's one of the ones. Can't lie, it's one of the ones, but let's get into the video. So as you can see, man, we're talking about our get home bags, how I have everything set up. Me personally, I run a PCC. I have a CZ Scorpion, and my rig, everything is set up in this bag. I want y'all to see the size of this bag. This is not a big bag at all. And like I always say, when it comes to car carry, anything like if you're carrying your AR in your bag, you know, you got that thing folded up, or a PCC, you want to go for a bag that does not scream tactical. All right. This is a bag. I actually got this bag off of Temu, and it's a hardcover bag. And, you know, it just looks like a regular computer bag, something, you know, you might be in college, and, you know, just a regular book bag, all right? So let's go ahead and break this thing down. All right, now first things first, in my bag is my CZ Scorpion. Just want to go ahead and give y'all a overview on what this thing look like, the size. This is a very compact, reliable PCC that I highly recommend to anyone. If you're looking for a PCC and you want something that's gonna run good, run reliable, I highly recommend the CZ Scorpion. Now, YouTube, this firearm is clear. There is nothing in the magazine. There is nothing in the chamber of the firearm. I'm gonna go ahead and clear that. Boom, we are good to go. So, all right, PCCs. Number one thing, I highly recommend having an optic on your PCC. It's just gonna make shooting way easier, having an optic. What I have right here is a 6 hour Romeo 5. Also having a flashlight. You know, a get home bag, you don't know what the situation may be. You don't know what the elements may bring. So I have a Olight right here. I think this is the Odin Mini. All right, so I got the Olight Odin Mini. Just two accessories that you do want to have on your firearm. And of course, we have some CZ backup sights that come with the firearm. Got a hand stop right here. Just, you know, for some extra grip. I can place my hand right here, lock in, and pull back to my chest. All right, so I got the hand stop there. We got a mag well right here. This is just some, you know, accessories that you can add to it, but I'm not going to get into all the specs. But also on your PCC, I would highly recommend putting a brace on your firearm so you do have some type of stability. So, you know, if you don't have a brace on your PCC, if you want to be more accurate, I would recommend putting at least a brace on there, or if you're going to SBR it and put a stock, go ahead and do that as well. Last thing is a sling. All right, I have this single point sling. A sling is very, very important on the basis of, let's say you are using your PCC and you had to resort to hands-on combat, or whatever happened and you needed both of your hands. You don't want to drop your firearm on the ground. All right, so a single point sling is more than enough to, you know, keep this thing where it needs to be on your body. And so I rock out with that. All right, so that is my firearm. Now let's get into my chest rig. All right, as you can see, this is my chest rig right here. Something very lightweight, sleek, a really nice design. No, it's not plated, no body armor or anything of the such. But it's something really nice that you can keep in your bag, and it's great for a get home bag. Right here I have 4 CZ magazines. They are all 29 round YouTube compliant magazines. Okay, just gotta say that. So we got that. Also, I run the Glock 43X as my secondary. Well, my primary EDC gun on my body. So I got 2 of those mags right here. And I also got some goodies in here. And I'm going to quickly break all of that down. All right, so as you can see, this is a nice, small package. I highly, highly recommend it. If you want to know where I got it, I actually got this thing off of Amazon. A lot of this stuff that we need or we feel like we need, you know, when I get home bags and this and that and the other. When it comes to stuff like that, man, you really do not have to go too expensive with that, because at the end of the day, this is nothing but fabric, okay? It's fabric, something you can hold magazines in. You're not carrying plates in it, so it doesn't have to be the most top tier of quality and spending $200 on the rig. If you want to spend $200 on the rig, that's totally fine. It's up to you. But for something like this, as I'm using it, man, I'm not going to war. This is just something that I have set up in case I need it. So, you know, I paid what, around maybe $40 for this thing, like $40-$50. It was very cheap and inexpensive. But I will, if you do want to know the name of it, I will drop the name down in the description of this particular rig. But once again, I got my 4 magazines right here. I have 2 extra pistol magazines for my Glock 43X, and on the inside, I keep it very basic. All right, I have a knife, a combat knife. You can use it for combat, but you know, I can use it for a whole lot of other things, just cutting whatever I need to cut. So I have that in there. I also have a this is a USB lighter. All right, and you can charge this thing up. So I'm gonna open that. It's just a little USB lighter, and you can, whatever you need to burn, or if you smoke, you know, you can use it for that or whatever. But you know, I got a lighter right there. And the outside of it is waterproof. That's why I went with this one. Also, flashlight. Flashlights are important. This is not a big flashlight. This is just something small to, you know, just illuminate something if I need to illuminate it. This is a small package, so I couldn't go with a big bulky light for it, but there is smaller lights that's a lot brighter than this. But I got a light on my gun, so on both firearms for my my EDC and my car bag. So I'm just like, you know, just another little tactical light that I can keep in pocket if I need to. And last but not least, I have a tourniquet. Man, listen, tourniquets are so important. We always have guns, and you know, you feel like you're gonna be Superman or something pop off, and we always forget that you can get shot, or someone with you can also get shot. So having a tourniquet is very, very important. It just might save your life one day. All right, so that is the breakdown of this rig. All right, and then I'm just gonna show you guys a last little look on how this chest rig looks. For me personally, I don't have this thing riding. Let me squat down a little bit, make sure it's in frame. I don't have this thing riding really high up on my body, on the basis of when I go to grab my CZ Scorpion, I don't want my my gun bumping my magazines. Okay, so I got it riding right there in the midsection, and that's how it looks. Really nice, really, you know, cool little tactical look. Hey man, you look cool, you gonna shoot good. In my opinion, you know, you look good, shoot good. But I'm just talking. That does not mean that, so do not take that as gospel. I'm just talking, you feel me? But yeah, man, very nice rig, highly recommend it. Also, something else that I keep in my card bag is another CZ magazine. This is a 30 round magazine, and the magazine that I carry in my CZ Scorpion in the bag is this 20 round magazine. Actually, this is a 29 round YouTube compliant mag. It's not 30 rounds. And I got a 20 round magazine right here, and this is the one that I run in my CZ Scorpion. As you can see, both are full of hollow points. I'm like, hey, hollows, go ahead, put them in there. Great self-defense rounds. So that's what we got. And last but not least, I have my actual light, which is my headlamp. Honestly, I probably should squeeze that headlamp into this rig, but as you can see, it's a little bulky. So I'm like, if I need it, it's gonna be on my head anyway. And I got a bag to store it. And this light is very, very bright. I'm gonna quickly show y'all. Yeah, I about blinded myself, but it might blind you, so eyes beware. Yeah, it's a very, very bright light, and it has another feature where you can dim it, and then you got the more of a spotlight. But listen, when Hurricane Helene hit, this light right here was my best friend, because this panel right here is so freaking bright. I mean, it literally illuminated my entire backyard. Keep in mind, we didn't have power for 10 days, so this came in super clutch. It's rechargeable. You do not put batteries in this, but I do own 2 of them. It's rechargeable by USB-C, and man, it's just a nice, neat little light. I really like it, man. I really like it. And last but not least, also running with this setup, the pistol that I'm mainly carrying is my Glock 43X. You guys have seen my Glock 43X if you've been on my channel before. This is my EDC. I have the Holosun EPS carry up top, TLR 7 X sub Streamlight. Basic setup, looks really good, sleek design, highly recommend it. And the holster that I am running, oh, and YouTube, this firearm is clear as well. And the holster that I am running is the We the People holster. We got it in a black metal clip and garnet. Now, just a further breakdown with a get home bag. You know, the reason you want to have a get home bag. Listen, like I always say, man, you need to be ready and prepared for any situation. 9 times out of 10, we're not probably gonna run into some crazy situation out there in real life, but people run into crazy situations every day. So I always say, be over prepared instead of under prepared. You know, just me, by me having a bag set up, ready to go. If something does pop off and I'm out of town, because that's when I mainly carry this, you know, hell, even back and forth to work, this bag is set up so, you know, whenever if something ever did pop off, it's ready to go. But you just want to have that, man. It's gonna put you ahead of the curve on the basis of most people don't have that much firepower in their vehicles. All right. Also, I chose a PCC instead of a rifle on the basis of 9mm. It's very easy to shoot. You can be very accurate, and it's very easy to come by. And so I was like, this is my get home bag. This is not a all out war happen or whatever you want, whatever y'all preparing for. It ain't that. This is a get home bag PCC. That's why I went 9mm for my bag carry. But man, super important to have. I'm not saying you gotta have it, but for me personally, it makes me feel comfortable. It helps me sleep good at night, and it makes me feel secure going down the road. And I know if I'm out of town, it don't matter if I'm crossing state lines or not, depending on where I'm at, I'm good. You feel me? I'm good. I got something with me, and I'm not out here relying on the government to protect me. I'm gonna protect my damn self at the end of the day, and so should you. All right, so, and that's why I got this thing set up the way I do. Also, this has nothing to do with this video, but how do you guys feel about the election, man? Trump is our president again. I've been looking at some of the stuff that he's been talking about as far as policies and things he's pushing for 2A and all this other stuff. Look, I am no believer in politicians doing for me. I don't trust anybody at the end of the day. Okay, whether you went for Trump or Kamala, at the end of the day, these are people with their own agendas, and at heart, we don't really know what any of their intentions are. Now, I will say I was in more favor for Trump in this whole election thing on the basis of I'm looking at policies and not the person as it is, because all these people have their own agendas at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They got their own agenda. So I'm not really too biased when it comes to personality. I'm looking at policies more than anything. Now, with that being said, I'm still not telling you who I voted for, or did I vote? I don't know. Maybe I didn't vote. Who knows? Who will ever know? Y'all will never know. But yeah, man, how y'all feel about Trump being in office, man? I honestly feel like I don't know what he's gonna do, but hopefully everything gets back on track. Well, not even back on track, because things were bad. Hopefully good things come out of his presidency. So, you know, we're gonna see after inauguration, you know, what he does, and let's see how America thrives, or is it gonna go downhill even more than it did the past 4 years? Highly doubt that, but we're gonna see. But yeah, man, once again, this is my PCC setup. If you do have any questions where I got anything, any items on my CZ Scorpion, just let me know in the comments. Also, if you do want to hear about upgrades specifically on the CZ Scorpion, I'm gonna leave a video link. It's gonna be either here or here, somewhere in this section right here, showing you guys where I got everything. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Once again, man, we on the road to 5K subs, man. Like I always say, man, stay strapped, stay blessed. I'm gonna see you in the next vid. Peace.